Welcome to the Marble Sports Worldwide Podcast, where we discuss and analyze your favorite marble sports. From JMR Marble League to Algodo tournaments, we'll make sure you never miss the action. All marble sports, all the time, right here on the MSW Podcast.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Marble Sports Worldwide Podcast. My name is Brendan.
And I'm Commander Wolf.
I like how you piggybacked off that right there. Welcome, guys, to the podcast. We're in episode 70, 30 episodes away from that 100th episode, which I hope we will do something special for. I can't promise anything yet, because that's a lot of weeks away, actually. But hopefully something incredible will happen then. It's October 12th, 2020. Yeah. We're almost done with 2020.
Yeah.
I really hope.
October's gone by really fast. And you're just not making me realize that I have to come up with a very special song to do for the 100th
you really
episode.
gotta really come up with some good lyrics. Maybe you do a rap or something.
No,
it's not your style.
I'm not a fan of rap, and I'm bad at rap. If you remember my revenge cover, the first cover I did, you'll know that I am not good at rap.
I think I'm all right at rap. Anyways, that's for another time. We are here, like I said, towards the end of 2020, guys. I am hoping 2021 is a more positive year in the world. We'll see. I think it will be. I'm optimistic about it. I think the vaccine's coming. I think we're going to be good in 2021 at some point, maybe halfway through. People are going to start to lighten up and it's going to be okay. But until then, we will still bring you marbles every week. Marble Guy and Mr. Waff.
And probably after that, we'll still bring you marbles.
No, yeah, we will be bringing you marbles until marbles don't exist no more. Or until we don't exist no more. It's gonna be funny if we're still doing this when we're like both like 40s or something like that, dude. Yeah.
Like seriously, like I can't. I'm just trying to figure out when, like how far are we going to take this?
Oh, dude, listen.
I'm having fun. I'm still having fun, so I'm not like I haven't lost my love for this yet. So like I'm totally, at least at this current point in time, I'm totally down to just keep going for the rest of my life.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. Hey, listen, here's what I'll say. I think it depends. Well, unfortunately, or fortunate, I don't know how you look at it. It really depends on how far I take it. Because if you were to leave, Mr. Waff, I would cry for a long time if you left. But I would still then eventually continue with the podcast because I just like to talk. I like podcasting. I like marble sports, and I would do that. If I leave, then I feel that it would just end because.
Probably,
yeah, because co-hosting and hosting are completely different things. So I feel like it would just be an uncomfortable moment for you.
Yeah, I feel like I'm okay, I guess, as a host at this point, getting my 2 episodes now. But
he's got 2 practice episodes.
I don't think I thrive as I'm not as talkative, and I don't bring up as much random stuff to talk about. You start the conversations. I jump in with more usually I think you've always said in the past I come in with more the other side, the other perspective, or maybe a more deeper side of things that you didn't.
Indeed. And I think should you leave, I hope you never do. It would be a different show. It would not be as good. It would be not the same at all without you off. But I would probably sit here and end up just talking to myself about marbles or something, which is pretty, but I just feel like this is great, and I feel like it's it doesn't take that much time each week for us to do, so I mean it's just I feel like we're gonna do it until if JMR ever stops being JMR for whatever reason, then it's over, all right, because JMR is not making marble sports. We're done podcast. Well, there is
at the rate that MSP or Marbles Beyond is going, they I think they could become a good enough motivator that even for us to do this podcast, even if we don't have JMR.
Come on, Marbles Beyond is full marathons to run through before they're anywhere close to JMR. They have great unique ideas, but quality wise, Actually, and honestly, Racing Marbles League is closer to the quality of JMR than Marbles Beyond. That's what I think.
In terms of camera work, yeah, I suppose.
Camera work, editing, they're about the same, I'd say. Marbles Beyond and Racing Marble League. I think, I think quality-wise, as far as the studio used, Racing Marbles is Beyond. And I'm not knocking Marbles Beyond. I love Marbles Beyond. I love their ideas. I think that if they had a nice studio and better cameras, oh my God! Imagine NASMAR with JMR quality is great. But I'm going to be truthful when I talk about the quality of the videos.
Well, it's public knowledge at this point, like, at least in the Discord. But like Hershey at his school, like he actually can rent a studio and cameras for free. He found that out.
That would be awesome.
He found that out a few weeks ago, so he's already got the top block timed out. So he's gonna pre-record all of season 2, I think, in next month or two, and at this studio. So it'll be a big open space, look professional, and he'll have much better cameras.
That's gonna be great, and that's where Marbles Beyond is gonna jump that one marathon, one of many marathons that I'm talking about.
Right, but that's only for when he is, as long as he's a student at that school, because after that he couldn't. Like, well, one thing, they probably won't let him in there, and even if they did, it would probably cost him money to use the facility and the equipment.
Well, we'll see where it goes from there. I'm excited about it. Anyway, I'm back up in my old room. This may not be a huge deal for the people who watch the podcast. I guess if you see on the YouTube, you'll see that I was in a new place for the last month. But I'm back upstairs in this room. It was a move for a month, and now I'm back here. Not a move like anywhere. It was just a move downstairs to that room for a while. So I'm back here. I have this divider up behind me, which is supposed to help soundproofing or whatever wise. So we'll see if that helps.
It does sound nicer.
I sound better?
Mm-hmm. I can hear it. It's a little bit on my end. But that's with Discord. It probably sounds a lot better on the actual recording and then in the actual episode itself.
Oh, well, that's good. So that means the divider thing is adding that soundproof nature. So things are... That's like the only thing that's really changed in my life. College has been college. I had to do like a lab this week. We had like a few labs for like physics that we have to do. And oh my God, I hate labs. I hate labs more than anything. It depends. They're just so tedious. There's so many like weird little tricks you have to use for Microsoft Excel and freaking lab report. I hate labs. Like I mean, yeah.
It depends on the like high school labs. I think there's like I mostly enjoy them because like they're very simple. But it depends on the teacher and the TA, like how like they format the what they're expecting from the report. Like, cause like,
oh my God, they're expecting a lot, man.
Yeah, like in the lab, one of the labs I'm doing now, like it's the instructions are very vague and it's about stuff that I'm barely understanding from the class itself. So
yeah,
it's like it's just not going, man. It's not doing too good.
I get it, dude. College be like that, man. And especially during the remote virtual time, it's even harder to kind of get the teacher to kind of be more engaged in that. So, but yeah, that's the struggle for my life right now. I hope y'all doing good, by the way, out there. The regular listeners, you know who you are. I hope you guys are doing well, and even if you're not a regular listener, I hope you're doing just as well because, if you're listening to About Marbles, you're just an awesome person. You can't be a non-awesome person and listen to a Marble Sports podcast. That's just it's true. It's a true statement.
You get the Wolf seal of awesomeness.
Oh yeah, you have all seals of awesomeness.
Now I feel like I gotta get a stamp now, like a custom-made stamp. So that anytime a fan meets me somehow in the real world, I can I'll stamp their hand or like their face or whatever. Like, here you go, seal of awesomeness.
You know what? Now that we're talking about seals, can I just mention something about seals? There's like so many different. There's like 4 different like animals that are like so similar to seals that have different names. You know, like seals, walruses, like freaking manatees. They all look the freaking same. They're all the same. They're the same animal. Okay,
they're similar. They're not the same.
No, Waff. Okay, if scientists came out, and this is a fact. If scientists came out and they're like, you know what, seals and manatees and walruses and sea cows or whatever, and all those, and like I don't know, some else like clownfish. They're just all seals now. Everybody would just be like, that's fine. Everyone would be like, okay, that's fine. There's like 5 people who would not like that. There's 5
I would
people
never
who would be
call
like,
I would never call a clownfish a seal, ever.
I'm just saying, like, nobody can actually distinguish between, like, seals and, like, manatees and, like, walruses. They're the same thing. They're the same. They've got to be, like, the same animal, pretty much. And, like, nobody cares. I just feel like nobody cares about the difference between them, except for, like, 10 people. So, yeah. Hey, this is a great time to email the show on this. Nothing Marvel related. Email the show right now, mswpodcast@gmail.com. Either say something Marvel related or tell me, would you mind if manatees, walruses, seals, and sea cows were all just seals now? That's just all of them are just seals. Would you be fine with that? I would be fine with that.
Hashtag
I don't
seal
care.
gang.
I'd be 100% fine with that. Let's get some
actually
emails, guys.
I actually don't know what does a sea cow even look like.
I don't know. It's a seal. It's
Oh,
a
what
seal.
the heck?
It is a seal. I actually don't know. I just know that there's a lot of the ones that look similar, and they give them different names, and they're all the same. They're seals. It's all seals. Let's go to Johnny Marble and hear the news for the week.
Hello, Marble Sports fans! I am Johnny Marble, and as always, I'm coming to you for MSW. Let's get right into it. Race 5 of Marble Rally 2020 had the best conditions so far, allowing for some very smooth racing. The racing was intense, with Marble struggling to start, overtaking one another, and even ramping up onto a bridge. It was close, but in the end, Lollipop took home gold, achieving their first ever Marble Rally victory, followed by red number 3, Homeboy, in close second, and El Capitan in third. Well guys, news was short, but hey, I still love you. I've been Johnny Marble, you have been the best fans in the world. Let's take it back and continue on with the podcast.
Welcome back from the news, everybody. Thank you, Johnny Marble, for another exciting news segment.
You kind of sung that a little bit, like, thank you, Johnny Marble.
I kind of just added a little bit of flair to it, I guess you could say. So we are
I
back from the news, guys. We are back from the news, episode 70. And so Waff was talking about how he felt old, and then the thought struck me when he was talking about that. It was between the intro and this part, actually. Thought struck me, I wonder who's gonna die first, me or Waff? It's an interesting question. What do you think?
I mean, so I'm gonna be 23 in less than a month. Oh no, actually, in 1 month, exactly 1 month. And you are 19.
I am 18. I'm gonna be 19
Okay,
in May.
so I'm probably like a few months under 5 years older than you, so about 4 years and like 8 something months. So we're close enough in age to where I don't think age would be the deciding factor in who dies first.
Well, you a healthy eater?
I'm very healthy. I work out. I try to work out like on a regular basis. I try to keep a varied diet.
Varied diet.
But I also I also have like terrible lungs. Like a long time listeners know this. Just not because of any like smoke or anything. Just like I have, for whatever reason that even I don't know at the moment, I just don't have good lungs. So that's already a point against me. So
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? Honestly.
Actually, yeah, this is actually a tough question because you don't have the best lungs, but I actually have a heart condition, so I don't have the best
Really?
heart. So it could be, yeah, believe it or not. It could be either way. And here's what I'll tell you why I think I will die first. I know I'm making it sound like a competition.
No, I'll die first.
Yeah, but here's why I think I'm gonna die first. I'm gonna die first because, I don't I love eating. That's why. I love eating unhealthy things. I do. I will eat, and I don't like to moderate that. When I like to eat something, I eat a lot of it. Because I guess I have the Shaggy from Scooby-Doo metabolism. I don't gain much weight when I eat not healthy stuff.
Same dude.
And because of that, I eat I eat healthy stuff. I do. I don't hate vegetables. I like a lot of vegetables and fruits. But I also eat a lot of unhealthy stuff, and I don't see the effects I'm not getting fat. So I'm just it means you can eat more. It's fine, And so I feel like because of that, I'm gonna die because I only got a heart condition. I got that going on. I also talk a lot, so I'm sure there's a chance I'm gonna say the wrong thing someday, and someone's gonna not like it very much, not like it very much enough to go the extra mile with punishing me there. So
I don't think that you have to worry about that. But I mean, I don't know. I suppose anything's possible in this world, honestly.
Dude, what if we both just get COVID? No, I'm just kidding. Let's not talk about that.
Yeah, no.
Oh man, no. I think most people are surviving that right now. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what I'm talking about, guys.
But again,
why are we talking about
bad lungs. So hey, lower.
Hey, anyway, Kat, place your bets right now. Place your bets right now. Who's gonna die first? And we'll find out in about 70 years.
If you're alive if you're alive by the time we die, you can get cash.
Oh yeah, if you're alive, right? Because you might be dead too. I don't know. You might be. We don't know. Anyone could die at any day. So just that is the advice for today. You can write that one down for this episode. Anyone can die at any day. That's what we're going to get from this episode.
Yes.
But without further ado, let's jump into fantasy teams. I will start us off. And I got to be honest, I did not have a good week. It has been downhill since race 1 for me. Race 1, 78 points. Race 2, 75, 352. Race 4, 36 points. 36, that is 36 times 2. That is less than half of what I got in race 1. So a very tough race for me. I picked up I have to see. I don't remember. Let's see. Let's actually go over here to the standings. Super Bowl struggled in this race. 9 points. Not bad, not great. Crazy Cat's Eye, another DNF. And oh my God, I'm going to have a lot of problems with today's race because Crazy Cat's Eye, 2 inches from the end of the race, just stops dead and just sits there for the rest of the race. We're going to talk about that. All right, I'm going to have a lot of opinions on that one. El Capitan kind of stays in his lane with 6 points. Red number 3, 3 points. And we're going to talk about that in a moment as well. And then Comet had his first DNF of the season. So we'll cut him a break for that. So I was suffering today on points. I've dropped back to about, I think, top 50 around.
I think you're 46.
46, yeah. So I'm almost out of the top 50. So that is not really where I expected to be in fantasy, but I understand that sometimes it happens. So we'll see how the coming races go.
Yeah.
I think Cool Moody is someone to look at. He had 12, 12, 12 last 3 races. Not bad. And I think Ghost Plasma is impressing again. 3 medals so far. All bronzes, but still 3 medals. 3 medals will always be 3 medals. Waff, why don't you talk about your fantasy?
So I actually got my second highest points haul ever, but it's only 54. I'm now ranked 103, which I think is higher than last week. I don't remember where I was. I think I am higher, but not by much. Nemo almost had a really great points haul for me. Like it was Nemo's best performance I think ever. But then right there at the end, oh man, that kind of hurt to see. Like Nemo was right there in second place. It's like this could happen. This could be it. And then suddenly they all bunched up at the end there, and then they saw past him. It's like ooh.
That was an awful race as far as the marble positioning. I didn't enjoy the race. I did not. That is true.
I did, but
I did not at all.
I am biased towards Nemo.
And I'll tell you why I didn't enjoy the race. I didn't enjoy the race because, the conditions were rough. And I understand that, and I can't knock JMR because conditions are conditions. They are. But I just feel like I mean, they could have done something to try to deal with the rain. I mean,
Well, they
didn't
did.
seem to be.
They put the starting gate in there underneath a tree to reduce the water at the start.
They did. Was it raining mid race though? Because it did not look like it was raining during the race.
According to Greg, like it was even wetter than the first race on that track. So like it must have rained between the recordings.
I'm trying to tell if it's raining during the race, because here's how I see it. If it's just wet and it wasn't raining during the race, then they could have taken a second and like kind of on the very important parts of the track got some sand from around and tried to really pat it down. If it was raining during the race, you can cut them a break because, well, it's raining during the race. What can you do about it? But the biggest problem I have, and we have it here up on the YouTube, you can kind of just see the race run in the background here. The biggest problem I have with this race is that is Crazy Cat's Eye at the end. That should not happen. That should never happen.
Well, it happened to Nemo first, but then Crazy Cat's Eye bumped into Nemo, and then so basically, like Newton's Cradle, Nemo got the momentum, Crazy Cat's Eye lost.
No momentumums, yeah. But here's what I'm saying: it should not happen ever, because you shouldn't. And right here, actually, if you look at the video when couple of marbles get stuck there on that wooden block too. Those are parts of the track.
But they get going again.
If in Marbula 1, a marble just stopped dead and just didn't race anymore, that would be an outrage. But here in San Marble Rally, it's just like whatever.
Well, they sent a marble to get them dislodged, and that's what the Ghost Marble did just now. Like they got all three of those marbles on that block moving again.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying, I really want to focus on the end here. Okay, that should never happen. And the reason it should never happen is that's part of the track. All right, it's part of the track. And to have the track designed so that the end of the race, the last couple of feet of the race, is not in good enough conditions that marbles can even roll to the finish, that is a problem. I think it's a problem.
Well,
I think it should never happen.
It's less the condition of the ending so much as it's the condition of the marbles themselves. Because like after running down the whole hill, they've picked up a lot of sand, and so they're
right. No. But like the ending obviously had some issues because the marbles or Crazy Cat's Eye, who ended up stopping, or Nemo, they could have stopped anywhere on the track, and they stopped right here at the end.
That's fair. That's fair.
I think there needs to be more care. Look at the end here.
That does seem rougher, actually. Like looking at it, like comparing the track
end
earlier.
is very, very not inclined. And I think that's not something that should ever happen in the track design, because the fact that we're going to have marbles sitting 2 feet from the end like that, or 2 inches from the end, it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It should not happen ever in a race. And I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. I know there's bad conditions, but I feel like... Yeah. Go ahead, Moff.
I'm seeing, like, maybe it's just because we get a close shot of the gate finishing out the rest of the track, but, like, I feel like I see more sticks and rocks at the end. But again, like I think if we got a closer shot of the rest of the track, I would probably see something similar.
Yeah.
It's pretty even, actually, I guess.
And listen, and like I said before, I said this last week in a different context, but we are 5 years into San Marble Rally. These things shouldn't happen. These shouldn't happen. I understand, like, the shot here we have about halfway through the track, a couple of marbles are stopped. That's whatever. I mean, it is what it is. Because, like, sand's not perfect. These are tough terrains. Whatever, marbles get stuck. Fine. And I understand DNFs where they fly off the track. Those are the most understandable. Those I'm almost fine with most of the time. But if we're having DNFs where the marble pulls up 2 inches from the end and can't finish... because the track is not as the best incline or whatever, or the conditions are so wet there. I mean, this shouldn't happen anymore. Do something. I don't know. I don't know what you should do about it.
They could have made it.
We're 5 years into San Marble Rally. We should be doing something about it. That's what I think about that. Do something.
Yeah, they probably could have definitely made it steeper at the end. Like, I think the problem is like when they make the track, like they make it like that foot deep. And then they use the shovel to flatten it out. I don't think they've ever actually made a part deeper than that. I don't think they've ever considered it.
Here's a simple solution, all right? And they do this in baseball. In baseball, when it rains, and it doesn't pour, but it rains enough that the dirt in the infield is wet, but it's not wet enough that they're just going to cancel it for the day, but it's wet enough that it'd be very annoying.
Mm-hmm.
They have like a bag of sand on hand, and they'll pour it on the wet parts, and it will soak in the water and make it a little drier and make it smoother. I mean, it is beyond me why either sand wasn't scooped from a different part of this giant pile of sand, or if that's too wet sand, if the sand was just too wet and it wouldn't have made a difference, you just bring like a simple bag of sand along with you.
Well, also,
and just put a little bit to dry it up there to smooth it out there. Because when year 5 of Sand Marble Rally, they should be making those they should be taking care of those they should be making those precautions to make sure that the track is in good condition.
Well,
that's what I think.
But they couldn't do that for the whole thing, like that, because that thing is it's big. While they do film the whole run down, like that's them like kind of running with the marbles down the hill.
Yeah.
Imagine like having like to slowly and methodically try and make it place the sand down evenly along the whole track.
I'm just talking about the end of the track. That's all I'm talking about.
I can understand that. But I think then people would argue like, oh, it's not the same as the first race.
No. But it's already not the same. It's already not the same because the conditions are different. It's been raining.
But the
it's
track
already not the same.
But they didn't actively alter the track itself. Like the creators of the track did not try to alter it.
Well, I'm saying they should at the end of the track because
I would agree.
The last couple of feet of the track or meters, because we're in JMR or in Europe or whatever, should always be so that marbles should not just stop on the track, middle of the track for no reason. They shouldn't. It should never happen. That shouldn't. Imagine if that happened in Marbula 1, people would be in outrage, and I just think it should be the same for SMR. And at SMR, I understand the conditions. So, like I said, I understand halfway through the track, couple of marbles stop because the conditions are tough. In the track, off the track, whatever. It's fine. It happens. But I think it's just cracked. The last couple of meters of the track, it should be very, very, very difficult for a marble to stop there. And I think it wasn't. I think it was clear that, like, actually, if you look at the video, a lot of the marbles are very slow at the end here. I'll show it to you again. Look at this.
They are. But
very slow coming out here through the end.
But part of me wonders, like, if I don't know if they do a test run beforehand or not to see how well. I would imagine they would do some sort of test run. They probably didn't like notice. Like, it probably wasn't as big of it. Like in the first race, the only one marble really got stuck with there, but they got moving again thanks to the rest of the marbles hitting them behind. By the time they probably noticed the issue on this recording, but like for the sake of authenticity, they didn't want to rerun the race. So maybe they've learned from this mistake, and they will use that experience to prevent it from happening in a future race.
Yeah, I hope they do. We have 8 more races of Sand Marble Rally, and I'm hoping that it's not all messy like this. Of course, you can't account for the water, I know. And of course, some of my upsetness is the fact that Crazy Cat's Eye is one of my multiplier picks in the fantasy team, and he's the one who stopped dead. Granted, he would not have finished that well if he didn't stop. He was already in like towards the bottom and finishing, probably 12th or 13th. Picked up a couple points at best.
Yeah.
But it still is important to note that it should be taken care of. I mean, like this is like I'm saying, this is year 5. I expect more. I mean, if they can come up with Marbula 1, if they can come up with all these awesome things for Marble League, I think a little bit of just the extra precautions in Sand Marble Rally, I expect it in year 5. I have to be honest. So that is what I think about the track situation. We don't have a new track to talk about because it's race 4. The even number tracks are always the same as the previous odd. But I do want to make that comment about that situation with red number 3. Anyway, Cobra. Let's talk about Cobra for a second because Cobra won this race. He's in 14th now, and this is his first group of 20 points.
It's their first time they've ever gotten a victory in. I think it might be their first. Is it their first medal as well?
First medal this year. I don't know if it's first medal ever.
You can check real quick.
I do not know. I would have to check.
Cobra's name's down there, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to click on it. I'm clicking on it. What?
No,
Well, he's been racing every single year. So the chances that he didn't medal is what?
They got silver in the first year.
They got it. Okay.
And a bronze in 2019.
All right.
So this is their first gold. Okay.
It's good. It's good to see.
Congratulations to
Cobra coming out there doing that. Congratulations indeed. But I do want to. Okay, so couple things. First, let's talk about red number 3 for a second, because red number 3 is in 16th overall, and I know last week we really established that red number 3 is not the same red number 3, but red number 3 is really bad this year. Red number 3 right now is the worst racer in San Marble Rally. It's true. Well, it is true.
No.
That is. Wait, let me finish this thought because I'm gonna prove to you that red number 3 is the worst racer. Okay. If you look at red number 3 stats, first of all, I just want to mention that Cobra had a DNF, and 0-point race, won one race. He got 20 points in one race, and he's above red number 3, who scored points in 3 of his 4 races. That is deplorable right there. That's awful. That is terrible for red number 3 already. But I want to talk about, if you take a look at the stats, right now there's only 4 marbles below red number 3. You have Blizzard Blaster, you have Nemo, you have Comet, and you have Blazing Fireball.
Mm-hmm.
All of these marbles have a DNF. Blazing Fireball has 2. Okay? And so these 4 marbles, in my opinion, are at least technically, because we don't have enough information yet, technically better racers than red number 3. Here's why. Like I've talked about before, I always grant every marble, from the first place to the 20th place marble, I grant every marble 2 to 3 DNFs over the course of 12 races, because I understand it happens. Your best marble, your winning marble, will always have a DNF or 2 over the course of a SMR season, because they're just part of the racing. So if you factor in the fact that 2 to 3 DNFs are going to happen for every single marble, for the most part, and so then you can take out DNFs. So when a marble DNFs, you can kind of just remove it from really judging its skill, since all marbles do it. So you can remove it, and then you can just look at the numbers that are left. And if you look at everybody's stats with their DNFs removed, red number 3 of the bottom 5 marbles is the only marble that had 4 races that aren't DNFs to do well, and didn't do well in any of the 4. And actually, if you take Blizzard Blaster to Nemo, they have to take away each of them have 1 DNF. They both have a better race than red number 3. Comet has only had 3 races because he has 1 DNF, and Blazing Fireball has only had 2 races because of his 2 DNFs.
Well,
so you're looking at if you agree with me on my DNF rule, red number 3 is the worst racer right now.
Well,
because he's had 4 races, he hasn't DNF'd, and he hasn't done better than 6 points.
Well, the DNF, depending on which track it was, it depends. Is it their fault or not? But Blazing Fireball has always been bad. Ever since so I don't think I would say that red number 3 is worse than Blazing Fireball. He's
certainly not better. You tell me how red number 3 is better than Blazing Fireball right now.
They haven't DNF twice.
But yes, I'm saying that if you remove the DNFs, if you assume 2 to 3 DNFs, red number 3 has twice the chances of Blazing Fireball to have a good race. And he has not had a good race. 6 points is not a good race, ever.
But I still got more points than them, even in just 2 races. The last 2 races that include, take the first 2 to get rid of the DNFs. Then red number 3 has still gotten 2 more points than them. That's still better.
Well, what I'm saying is, you don't know. If Blazing Fireball had 4 race chances, meaning 4 races where he did not DNF, maybe he would have had a bronze medal in there. You don't know. So you can at least put red number 3 right now in the possibility, in the undetermined possibility that he is the worst racer out there right now. 4 chances, no DNFs, not a point value above 6 right now. That is bad. That is bad. See, what I'm saying is I would rather be Blazing Fireball right now with my 2 DNFs and my 0-1. Understanding that the odds are in my favor that I'm only going to DNF like a max of 3, maybe 4 times. And realize that I have all these other races that I haven't yet DNF in that I can make some moves. Then be red number 3, who also has the same fact, the same odds are against red number 3 that he will probably DNF 2 to 3 times over the course of this season. And he's had 4 races, and the best he can show out of 4 races is a 6-point finish. If you play the odds right now, red number 3 is in a worse position than Blazing Fireball, or at least of equal terribleness to Blazing Fireball. What I mean, give me that.
I still wouldn't go that far to say that there's best. Blazing Fireball, you is really, really bad. This red number 3 is not good. No, not at all. But I don't think I would go as far as to say that they're that bad.
Well then you're not considering the DNF odds. I don't think you're taking it into account then. Right?
Well, I am. I'm taking in the fact that Blazing Fireball DNF'd in the first place. To me, DNFing is a sign that, you screwed up. Unless it's really obvious that it was not their fault. The DNF is the racer's fault for screwing up. So, that's a sign of their inability to control their driving or control on the track. In a split moment, whereas red number 3 has managed to keep it going.
I agree you have a point. I do. But I want to take a look at some stats, and we'll talk about that, actually. I'm going to go to 2019 here. I will go to 2019. I will. And we'll go to the stats for 2019. Hopefully I can find them relatively easily here. And let's talk about the DNF stats. I want to talk about them. We have 8 races in 2019. And how many marbles? Let's talk about how many marbles DNF'd once. Okay.
Well, first of all, Blazing Fireball didn't even qualify that for that year.
Well, I don't want to talk about Blazing Fireball's performance in 2019. I don't want to talk about him. I want to talk about DNFs. We have 1 marble, 2 marbles, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we have 20 racers, 13 DNF'd in 2019, 13 marbles. And honestly, the spread on the DNFs is pretty widespread. We have 4th place Crazy Cat's Eye DNF once, 1st place Red number 3 DNF once, 7th place Pollo Loco DNF twice. Like the spread on DNFs is not relegated to just the bottom 10. No, this is 13 across all the standings. So let's talk about that. 13 marbles at DNF'd at least once across the standings. A few of them 3 times. Black Knight actually managed to finish 14th and get 2 silver medals DNFing 3 times in 2019. So, the odds are definitely that a marble over 8 races will DNF once. If you make it 12, it's a definite twice. The odds are against the marble that the DNF will happen twice, and we have worse conditions this year. So the odds that a marble is going to DNF at least once, probably twice, definite possibility for 3 times over the course of these 12 races is against them. It is. Every marble, not just for Blazing Fire, for every marble. Because so when you talk about those odds, if you consider those odds, the first 2 DNFs for every marble this year, I will just throw out and consider them just givens that are supposed to happen. First 2.
Leandro from our YouTube chat has mentioned that there are, I didn't notice this, but apparently 4 races, 4 grids, red number 3 is in contact with Blazing Fireball. I'm not they're just saying maybe there's a correlation there, Blazing Fireball's rubbing their bad luck off on red number 3.
Maybe. Listen. I'd love to say that. I would love to tell you, Leandro Ribeiro Correa. Nice name. I like it. I would love to tell you that is the reason that red number 3 is suffering right now. I would love to say that. I would love nothing more than to tell you that. I don't think that's true. I don't. I think red number 3 is a bad racer this year. I think red number 3 in his surgery, or if you come out of the marble world, the switch from keychain to marble, I think that's going to affect him. And I think that I would love to tell you that and in lore, I'm fine to say that's a possibility, but out of lore, honestly, it's just a rough year for red number 3.
Yeah.
I just think it's a rough year for red number 3. I don't want to say that I think it's just gonna turn itself around when he's not next to Blazing Fireball in the starting gate. All right, maybe Blazing Fireball is doing bad because he's touching red number 3. I don't know. Listen, I don't know.
The other question is where in the, there's statistically there are spots in the starting gate that are a higher chance of victory. We've actually talked about this in the past. There are certain spots in the gate where you will have a higher chance of winning just because how you.
I disagree with that. I'm going to tell you why I disagree with that.
We talked about there's statistics though. Statistics.
No, statistics. The statistics are faulty in that, and here's why. I saw those statistics last year. I did. I think it went on the Reddit, and they showed that. And they showed that in the starting gate, the marbles that are tending to run better are in the front row in the middle. That's spots like 3 through 8 or 3 through 7. Okay? That was statistically the ones that did the best. 3
I
through
think
7.
so, yeah.
And by the way, not by that much, by a little bit, but definitely the statistics technically show that. 3 through 7, those were the spots. So third place from the previous race to 7th place from the previous race, which is how you get lined up in those 3 to 7 spots in that front row when you get released. Those were technically the ones that are supposed to have done the best. That is a great statistic that has numbers to back it up. Here's the problem. Those 3 to 7 placements are also happen to be probably in that group of 4, at least one, probably 2 to 3 of the top 6 racers. That's why they're in 3 to 7. So if you take red number 3 and put him in place 4 on that race thing, which is I think place 4 was the winning stat. That was the place that had the most. I forget, but I think it was that. Then the chances of that data being backed up are good. If you take Super Ball and put him in place 5, if you take Crazy Cat's Eye and put him in place, the data is going to be backed up for that particular stat, because that front row, while it seems like that would be sensible that the statistics were back it up for any set of marbles, that front row 3 to 7 is always going to have at least a couple of the best racers of the particular year. It just will, by placement. So I think those stats are possibly valid, but mostly skewed because you are looking at the best racers in those placements anyway.
I mean,
what do you think about that, Waff?
You have a point. I don't remember the statistics specifically. There's been a new chart that I don't know if it's been done by the same person as before, or if it's a new fan, showing that the statistics is more actually on the corners. I don't know what their math is specifically, but I suppose it's possible that the statistic has changed, and which could indicate that it is following the better marbles. That is totally possible. I would need to go back and I guess check the old Reddit post and then see okay, well, in these instances, how many times were in the 3 through 7 was it one of the top marbles? Because it's red number 3. Well, of course, red number 3 does good. Well, red number 3, if they're in the back in a bad spot, it's generally actually very hard for them to actually even win. They'll do good no matter what, but it does actually affect if they can win. So I would say
I disagree with that.
Well, there are instances.
Actually, I don't even have to look far.
2019 though,
with that.
There are instances where red number 3 does not win a race or place too high, wait, was it 2019 or 2018 I'm thinking of? I can't remember.
Here's what look at 2018. I happen to be on the stats for that right now. We have a race 5 finishes, gets 3 points. So obviously he's in the back row now, I think off to the left. Race 6 gets first place. Race 2 gets 10 points, so he's on the right side in the corner. Race 3 gets second place. So and race 1 he DNF. So I don't know. But like I will say that and actually like Super Bowl kind of backs up the other stat. He got 12 points one time, so he's kind of in that 3 to 7 spot, then gets first place. But he also had a race where he had 3 points in race 6. Then he's going to be relegated to the back row in a weird leftward or rightward spot, gets second place. So when I see the stats, and you're right, it could be a corner spot. For the recent predictions, the recent stats might say that corner spots are the best. I know I saw last year that said middle spots in the front were the best, that those statistically were better. I think that in order to actually have a valid, real representation with those stats, you need to take into account the marbles that took up those places, how they did across that year, and just like what their skill level was at that time. Because you're going to, let's just say red number 3, past red number 3, before 2020 red number 3, has a much better chance, just by statistics, we'll talk statistics again, of going from back right corner to first place than, let's say, Rastafarian, who was in back right corner a lot, actually, because he got 20th on the season. So I think that it should just be taken into account if the stats are going to be presented for that. I do. So I think the stats are nice. I think it's good to kind of see, but I think that the stats are skewed because the marbles are of different skill levels. They are. In role play, they are definitely of different skill levels. Out of role play, there are definitely faster marbles, just based on physics and the way they're shaped and smooth and weighted and whatever. So I would just say that would be of importance when discussing that. So anyways,
yeah, I'm trying to find this statistic on Reddit, but I'm having trouble finding it. So yeah, like. I guess it's something to pay better closer attention to. Attention. Gotta shorten all my words now.
Right. And
actually, what determines the starting spots? Is it rotated randomly or?
No. It's 1 through 10 get the front row. 9 through 20 get. 11 through 20 get the back row. I actually just saw it on the 2020 thing. So of course, if you win, you're favored. And that's why the winning marbles do well on the year if there happen to be slightly better. That's why Super Bowl, who is okay here, best way to explain it. Super Bowl is definitely one of the best racers, just inherently, and not only that, he's going to get a lot of chances in the front row because he's a better racer. So he's getting, it's like being better and then getting advantage because you're already better. So it's going to work out. For Super Bowl.
So yeah, that statistic doesn't really mean much. Then I guess when you look at that way.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I'm saying it's not a bad statistic. It's fun to look at. I'm just saying that if you want to actually use that statistic in discussing San Marble Rally, then you maybe have to be careful. Here, okay, we're going to go to trivia in a second. I want to point out one thing here. All right, I talked about DNFs in regards to 2019 and 2018 to back up the 2020 point. I went back to 2017. Where we had 12 races. This is the last one to have 12 races. And let's talk about it. Look, if you're on the YouTube, you see what's in front of me. How many DNFs there are.
Yeah.
And let's talk about the number of marbles that DNF'd that year. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 marbles DNF. 17 out of 20 marbles DNF'd at least once. In 12 races in 2017, at least once. The majority of those 17 DNF'd more than once. 2 was the average here. Because red number 3 only did once, but if you look at the other ones, you got a 2. You got 2, you do have 1, but you have 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Yeah, you got 2 most of the time. Actually, 14, it looks like about 14 of the 17 marbles. 14. Yeah. 14 out of 20, 14 out of 17. Either way, odds are in the favor. 14 marbles about DNF'd twice in the 12 races. And actually, if you cut it down to about 10 or 8 marbles, you have DNFs in the number 3 and in some in the number 4. There are 3 marbles, I think 3 or 4, that DNF'd 4 times in 12 races. All right? And granted, if you DNF 4 times, you're in the bottom right now. But there are many double DNF marbles. Slimer double DNF finished 3rd. El Capitan double DNF finished 5th. H2 Blue double DNF finished 6th. All right? I think there's another one here. Crazy Cat's Eye 1 finished 8th. And then it starts to go down. But, like, that's 3 marbles in the top 6 with double DNFs. And a couple of marbles got away. Red number 3 only had 1. So he was able to get away with that. Dragon's Egg had a great year. Did not DNF at all, got first. But what I'm saying here is that odds are, if you want to look at statistics here, they're right in front of me. Statistics are saying that there are very good odds that most marbles, the majority of marbles out there on the course, are going to DNF twice over the course of 12 races. It's going to happen. And in my opinion, especially basically look at 2017 right here, first 2 DNFs for every single marble on the season. Every single marble this season. First 2 DNFs I'm going to take and I'm going to throw behind me. And I'm not going to consider them. Because it's an expected finish. And you see Slimer and El Capitan finish top 5 with 2 DNFs. So if you turn the other 10 races into solid races, then you can get 3rd and even 1st place, not DNFing twice on 12 races. So it's not DNF twice and you're done. No, it's DNF twice and you're fine.
Right. But again, Blazing Fireball has a very bad track record. So
I agree.
So the chances of them turning it around, not very high.
Yes, and I agree Blazing Fireball is not... He's not my 1st or even 2nd or even 15th pick to all of a sudden start doing well in the next race. But we do only have the stats currently, and I've got to tell you, if you look at the current stats, if you throw away the DNFs, red number 3 is either the worst or the 2nd worst racer out there on the track right now. By stats, he has more, just by stats, just by the DNF odds that I gave to you, if you agree with that, if you believe that, red number 3 has had more chances than all the other bottom 5 marbles to have a good race, and he has failed all of those times. Those other marbles have not had those chances because they have 2 or less DNFs so far, so they can be thrown away. And that's what I think. That's what I think. That I think that because of that, taking DNFs into account, red number 3 is in my opinion your 20th place marble. I mean, it just is.
Well, we'll see as the season goes. We're only a quarter of the way through, so a third of the way through.
Third of the way through, man. Like that's a chunk.
And it's a chunk.
This is a chunk of the season. And honestly, I right now give Nemo more of a chance to do well on the rest of the season than red number 3.
As much as I love it, I'm realistic enough to understand that.
Oh, come on!
I want it. I want it so bad.
Nemo will finish above red number 3. I'm telling you now.
Oh, red number 3. There's a good definite possibility of that.
Yeah. I don't think Nemo's finishing any top 7, but hey, you know what? You never know. And that's what I'm saying. You never know. Because you have a DNF, you have a couple bad races, even red number 3 in some of his first place years had a couple zeros up there. You can do things. You can throw away 4 races in a 12-race marble rally and still win if you turn the other 8 into something good, and that is a fact. So 1/3 of the way through the season, I am willing to say nothing about the end of the season. I have predictions. I think Crazy Cat's Eye is going to finish well. I think Super Bowl is going to finish well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, I think red number 3 is not. I think Cool Moody's going to finish well. I think El Capitan is. I think El Capitan is going to finish well.
Yeah.
He has not had any DNFs. He's done better than red number 3. He's not done that much better, so I'm a little worried about that. Because he doesn't have any DNFs, and in 4 races he's been mediocre. But he's been a little bit more points. He's been a little bit more consistent. So I think that he's gonna succeed over the course of the next few races.
Our chat asked an interesting question. Who do you think is the most overrated and underrated SMR racer? I don't know who to say. Like for underrated, I think it might be Capitan. Overrated, I think would be. It's hard to say because I don't think I've heard people like cheering Ghost Plasma's name to the heavens. Super Bowl and red number 3, at least in the previous year, statistically had the numbers to back it up. So you can't say they're overrated because they're the best. So I don't know who I would say is overrated. I guess maybe Pollo Loco? I honestly don't know.
Here's what I'll say about that. I think Cool Moody is underrated.
Fair.
I think he's underrated because we haven't seen enough of Cool Moody. So it's hard to really say that, but I do think that a lot of people don't see him as a front runner. I think if you come out with 17, 12, 12, he's in first overall right now. I think you come out 17, 12, 12,
12.
And it's 12, 3. It's really good.
Yeah, that's really good.
Really good. I'd take that over 2 first place and 2 DNFs any day. Actually, I wouldn't. Actually, based on what I've said about DNFs, I actually would take 2 first places and 2 DNFs over that. But 2 first places and 2 zeros, I would take 17, 12, 12, 12 over that any day.
Fair.
But I think Cool Movie is underrated. I think Quicksilver is underrated. Quicksilver has come out here well. I'm not just saying that because he's in the top 5. No one really talks about Quicksilver as being a front runner.
I think Pollo Loco, raver.
Front raver, whatever they want to do. Front roller. I think Crazy Cat's Eye's underrated. I mean, I do. I think he's underrated, and I think Pollo Loco is overrated. Pollo Loco is definitely overrated. Same with Slimer. I think El Capitan is right where he needs to be. People respect his skill. People don't. He's a little underrated because people don't really realize that he's gotten 5th 3 times in a row, which is pretty great. And I think Black Knight's overrated. I do think Pollo Loco's overrated though. People, just because he's such a veteran, they just assume he's great, but he's doing good. But I think that he's not your top 10 right now. So what's going on?
Sorry about that. It was someone.
That's all right.
Yeah, I took care of it. Someone in our chat just had their mic on.
Jason, just do a thing where you cut it out. 45 minutes.
No, it's on our audio.
Oh, wait, what?
No, it was on their end. It was in our Discord chat.
Oh wait, it wasn't you?
No, it wasn't me. I live
Okay,
alone.
never mind. Dude, I was like, oh yeah, dude, that's true. I guess it was somebody else. Okay, that's whatever. All right, sorry about that, everybody. I don't even know what just happened. But yeah, those are my overrated, underrated. I think here's what I'll say about the overrated, underrated. I want to talk about overrated, underrated again by race 9. That's when I want to talk about it again. Because that's when I think we're going to really know.
Yeah.
Okay. With that being said, let's head to the trivia. When we come back from the trivia, we'll touch on NASMARB and then get out of here for the day. We're at 45 minutes and counting. So let's head to the trivia. Play that music.
Now it's time for the trivia segment. Come on now, let's go. Go.
All right, we are at the trivia. That was a smooth transition. I didn't yell about the music. Did the music play, by the way? Did it? All right. We're here at the trivia. Waff, I want you to go ahead and do your question, and then I'll do mine. If a fan wants to submit their question in the Discord chat or in the YouTube chat, submit your question with your answer now, or just your question if you're on the YouTube, and you can put your answer when you want.
All right, so...
While Waff goes.
Yeah, all right, so got another Ghost Marble fact for you.
Ooh, back with the Ghost Marble situation. This is going to be exciting.
What was the Ghost Marble's best season, and how many ghost points did they get, and how many races did they finish from that season?
All right. Now, can I have at least the answers to the previous 3 questions to guide me here?
Yes. So the Ghost Marble has featured in 29 races in Rally and 8 in Showdown. This is all pre-2020.
Okay.
Ghost Marble has finished 13 races in Rally and 3 in Showdown.
Okay.
They have earned 13 Ghost points in Rally and 2 in Showdown. And the highest place they ever finished was 11th in Race 3 of 2017, which earned them 5 Ghost points. They finished ahead of 10 marbles, only 2 of which were DNFs.
All right. Okay. Here's what I'll think about. This is how I'm going to approach this question. Now, the Ghost Marble has been in all 4 years past, right?
Yes, but I don't think they ever like managed to get out of the gate by accident until I think 2017. I don't think it ever happened in 2016. Could be wrong about that. Could be very wrong.
All right. So here's what I'll say. Just based on odds, the fact that first of all the best finish was in 2017, because 11th is like a bunch of points. That is a bunch of points. That is
Yeah, for the Ghost Marble, yeah.
Yeah, like 6 or something. So I don't, or 5 or 6. I think 5. So that's 5 points right there. 2017, 12 races, more than 2018, 2019. So odds are the Ghost Marble would finish more and race more in the 12 race season. So I'm going to say 2017, finishing with a total amount of points of I'll go 8 points. 2017. How many races finished? I don't know. Probably about 3.
All right, so the answer is 2017.
5. I don't know.
You were close to the points. It was 10, not 8.
Oh,
and they finished
close.
8 of 12 races.
Okay, so I was a little bit low on those numbers, but actually not a bad deduction. Actually,
Yeah, it was pretty good. It helps have those old questions reiterated.
yeah.
All right, so do you have a question for me?
Yes, I do.
Oh, yes, and for the rest of us.
S-Man by ML Facts. S-Man ML Facts. You can follow marble.league.facts on Instagram to get the most interesting Marble League facts that you could possibly find. It's also the only place that does Marble League facts, so go follow them. They do facts, and you might want to know them. I want to know them, so you should too. Okay, cool. That was my little advertisement for no reason. Okay, trivia. Here we go. S-Man says to me, how many ML teams, and these are Marble League teams, how many Marble League teams have something to do with the team come up as the first image when you search their name in Google Images?
Well, that depends on your Google bubble. It's not the same for everybody. So that's kind of.
But if you just go to Google Images, unlogged into anything, and you type it in,
I do want to like does Google bubble I think apply also to IP addresses? I imagine it does. Google is that advanced. I wouldn't put past them.
Maybe, but like, come on. If you search like jungle jumpers, what other possible things are coming up?
Well, jungle jumpers is also not one of the more popular teams, so I don't know if that would show up.
But you know what I'm saying? Or like if you search. Even if you search Savage Speeders, what other actual things?
Oh, Rangers will show up. Those two will show up definitely. Team Momo, that will show up because it has team. Heck, wait, Brendan. All that have team in the name is probably going to show up because that's a very specific thing.
Okay, wait, yeah, that's a good idea. Wait, can we actually take a look at let's take a look at the list of teams?
Yeah, that's good.
ML teams.
So, okay, so I'm going to say Savage Speeders and Rangers because of popularity.
Marble League teams.
Team Momo because team is in the name, along with Team Plasma. What the heck? No. Crazy. Well, the thing is, Crazy Cat's Eye. That's just Cat's Eye's model.
Specific.
So I would say definitely not Thunderbolts. Definitely not. That's too common of a word.
Okay, let me actually go through them because I have the teams pulled up here. You can see on the YouTube as well, so we can go through them one by one and kind of count.
Team
Galactic. If we assume that anything with team is going to show up, because likely, like, you know, when you get team in there, it's not going to put some like, generic thing up.
Team Galactic from Pokemon will come first.
Okay, maybe. Okay, so let's
Pokemon
think about
is more popular. It's ridiculous.
So we have to vote. We're gonna vote for each one of these. Which one we're giving a yes to? That's gonna come up Marble League first, or we're gonna give a no too. We're going to do this systematically,
Okay.
and then we'll see what happens. Also keep in mind as we do this, and you can follow along too if you're listening, because, I mean, this is a perfect time to go through all the teams. Keep in mind that JMR exploded like 5 months ago. So they're on Google now. They're going to be more up there because they exploded. So let's talk about it. So we're gonna think of a vote here. Team Galactic. What do you want to vote for that? I would say Pokemon might be a thing.
I would say no, because Pokemon is the highest grossing thing in the world. So their popularity is through the roof. Team Galactic is from Gen 4, which is one of the most popular generations of Pokemon. So chances are Pokemon's gonna show up first.
So we're gonna say no for we're gonna vote no.
Hard
okay, fine.
no.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
All right, Raspberry Racers. I'm voting yes. There's nothing else.
Well, part of me
There's
thinks
just
that
nothing else.
like a bunch of racers just wearing raspberry colored clothing would show up.
No, but like that's not going to show up first. Google is going to like be like, oh, there's this huge thing with millions of followers that has Raspberry Racers in it. That's showing up first. I'm voting yes for Raspberry Racers.
It's a maybe for me. I'll go yes, I guess.
We got to go yes.
Yeah,
for that
I'll go
one.
yes.
Green Ducks. I'm going no for Green
No.
Ducks.
Yeah.
'Cause if you type in Green Ducks,
You're
you're
gonna
going to
get a green duck.
Ducks. Yeah, you're going to get ducks that are green. Hazers. I'm going yes for Hazers. What else is Hazers?
You could probably get a picture of people someone hazing somebody, like they're a hazer.
But they don't call them hazers. They call them hazings. It's a specific name. I feel like hazers would show up.
I think it's too generic of a word. I'm gonna vote no on that one.
All right. Well, then you keep track of your votes because
Yeah.
we'll have different answers then. So I'm gonna say 2 no, 2 yes.
Yeah.
Savage Speeders is a yes for me. There's no way it's not showing up. There's no way
Savage
Speeders
Speeders,
is not showing
definitely
up.
Savage Speeders.
All right. Oh, Rangers is a yes for me.
Yes.
Yeah. Midnight Wisps is a yes for me. I just feel like
I lean more to yes than that, but like
I do lean to yes on that.
there's a possibility that I couldn't, but I think it's more likely than not.
By the way, can I mention that this is like one of my favorite questions so far?
Yeah, I'm loving
this.
this.
Is so fun.
This is so good.
I'm really like this. Thunderbolts is a no.
No, that's a big no.
Here's a tough one. Oceanics.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Here's why it's a tough one. Oceanics, Google might just throw some ocean crap at you and then give you the logo, but it also might like tag the end of that word and understand that it's like a thing.
It is what John Oliver did say the Oceanics name on the Tonight Show, so or I find out. At least I don't think it's called the Tonight Show or last week.
Are we gonna vote? Do I want to vote yes on that? No, I don't.
I don't know. I'm.
Here. Maybe I'll make it easier for us. If, in my opinion, if you type in Oceanics and Mellow Yellow, chances are one of them will be yes and one of them will be no.
Well, Mellow Yellow, I think, is a common phrase I've heard before.
Right. Mellow Yellow is a soda, but without the W's. So I feel like if you add the W's, it might pull Mellow Yellow up or it might not. I don't know, dude. I would say that, in my opinion, I'm going to give one vote and pass over both Oceanics and Mellow Yellow. And just feel like one of them will, one of them won't. That's how I'll see it.
I'm going to say no to both of them, just for safety purposes.
All right, I understand, Waff. Staying safe. Okay, Chocolatiers.
That's
Ooh,
a hard one too, dude.
Yeah.
They're not a well-known team. They are one of the most least known because they have barely competed in the past few years. So the chances are actually, but again, what else would bring up Chocolatier? Well, would it just be chocolate would probably come up first, but then again, that tier. Oh,
yeah, like tiers, like
maybe give a tier to chocolate cake. Wait, is this?
Oh, you might have a Musketeers bar or something.
Also, is this Google Images or just Google searching?
No, Google Images search.
Here's
what I feel, though. I feel like if you type in Chocolatiers, you might get some random thing about the Three Musketeers bar, which is chocolate, because like tears.
Yeah.
I'm going to go no on that.
I'll go no as
I'm
well.
going to go a hard no on Pinkies.
Same.
Pinkies is not showing up. I'm going to go no on Indigo Stars.
Yeah, because
I think
you'll
that
get
if you
it Indigo Star.
it's too general. You're going to get a star that's Indigo. It's just what's going to happen.
Yeah. Balls of Chaos?
Balls of Chaos is a yes. Yes, that's gotta show up. There's nothing else named Balls of Chaos.
Well, the thing is that Google also sometimes will like just order like by other words, and so chaotic balls, like a pinball machine. That's a chaotic ball.
Oh yeah, it might. I don't know. I'm gonna give it a vote.
I said no a lot, so I think maybe. But I'm not feeling it, Brendan. I'm just not feeling it.
You're not feeling Balls of Chaos?
Yeah.
Dude, S-Man must be like, man, I didn't think they were gonna spend this long on this one. I like this one though. This is fun.
I love this question.
Honestly, if we were doing the highlights thing again,
Yeah,
this would be a
he
highlight.
just
I
he
like
just
this.
admitted he really didn't think it would take this long.
No, this is great. Okay, Jungle Jumpers. I'm going yes on Jungle Jumpers. There's no other things that are out there for Jungle Jumpers. This is not happening. Jungle Jumpers is a yes.
Yeah, I'll go yes on that as well.
Okay. That's fair. Crazy Cat's Eyes.
Ooh.
That is a tough one, but I just feel there's too many things that Google's going to get caught up in cat and eyes and crazy, and it's just not going to happen.
Cat specifically.
I just feel like cat's eyes are a specific type of marble, and you got cats, and you got a lot of cat memes and stuff. So I just feel like it's just crazy cat's eyes is not going to be the first image. You might get it as the second image.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'll vote no as well for that one.
All right, so we're about halfway through. How many votes do you have? I have 8 right now.
I have 5.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see.
Snowballs.
No.
No.
This is not happening.
Team Momo? Yes.
Team Momo?
That is too unique of a
Well,
name.
I'll give it a vote because of team. But the Momos are dumplings, and if you type in Momo, if you just typed in Momo, you would not get the team.
Right, but what Team Momo though?
No, you know what? I'm voting no on that.
Really?
I'm voting no on that because I feel like I've typed in Team Momo before, and the first picture I saw was not Team Momo, just like random in the past.
Well, we'll find out.
So you can go yes or you can go no. I actually, and I'm just saying that too. Like I don't know if that's true, so you can go whatever you want for that.
Yeah.
I'm staying 8.
Okay.
Hornets no. Team Primary, I'll give that a yes because I didn't give Momo a yes.
Well,
I feel like out of Team Momo and Team Primary, one of them will be yes, one of them will be no. So I'm gonna give that a vote.
with that logic, I think I will say no, I guess, to that then. Because I voted
Okay.
yes to Momo.
Mini Maniacs. Ooh.
They were very popular this year. In the year that they exploded.
Is it gonna trigger the Google image for the first image?
I think so. I will vote Mini Maniacs.
I'm not voting that one.
All right.
I just can't vote it. I don't think it's gonna happen. I feel like it's just gonna bring up some crazy picture with mint or some shit. I don't know. Rojo Rollers, there's a yes for me. I just think it's gonna happen.
I think I would just get like red uniformed rollerbladers.
Maybe.
I
don't know how that picture would have got.
Let me think about this. Rojo roller. It would translate to red rollers to me. So I will vote no on that.
No, but I feel like that mix of Spanish and English would trigger the specific
That is
team.
fair. You know what? I'll say Rojo rollers.
All right, so I got 10 votes now. Jawbreakers is a no.
No.
There's no way.
Bumblebees is a no.
Shining Swarm is a yes for me. That's 11. There's nothing else.
I feel like you would just get you might get a swarm of lightning bugs.
No, I don't think you're gonna get that. I think you're gonna get the Shining Swarm. But Shining Swarm is an underknown team, so I don't know. I'm gonna vote yes on them because I'm voting no on Cobalts. I don't think Cobalt is happening because Cobalt. I think Google is more likely to bring up a Cobalt first, at least.
Yeah. So I guess I'll say yes to Shining Swarm, no to Cobalt because like that'll bring up the Cobalt tool set first.
Yeah.
Turtle sliders, no. Not popular.
Here's
enough.
my problem with that. Not popular enough. Exactly. Limers. That's a tough one to end on. I feel like there's a distinct possibility.
It's too close to the word lime, though. I think it would bring up lime.
I just feel like limers, though. I'm gonna vote that. I'm gonna go end with 12. My answer is 12.
I will say no. That's why I have 9. All right, so
9, 12. The answer is 16.
Are you? Wait, all of them?
What?
Or most of them?
No, that's not all of them. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, that's 1, 2, 3. No, there's 28 teams. Remember?
Dang,
so that's about half. Well,
that's
a little
insane.
Less, more than
but
half.
Again, like that is S-Man's Google bubble most likely.
Yeah. So let's actually, I'm gonna take this one step further.
Go to a private browser.
I'm gonna go to Google Images.
Are you in a private browser to make it as like unbiased as possible?
Oh yeah, so incognito.
Yeah, incognito mode.
How do I forget how to turn that.
Isn't it the top right corner? It says for Firefox.
Google Images. Okay. All right, here we go. Teams. Because we might be right, because if it's a private browser with I'm not signed in. So this is going to bring up. Okay.
Another thing, actually, before you start typing things in, it might start learning that on that private browsing history that you prefer Marble League. So maybe open up like 20 tabs or something.
Screw you.
Oh yeah, that's too much work. I know it's too much work, but like
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
You're doing
13,
it.
14, 15,
Dang.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. All right, we're doing this,
wow,
guys.
we're
This is
doing
how we're
this on
ending
the
the
air.
show today. We're ending the trivia doing this. We'll cover NASMAR next week, okay?
Okay.
Here we go. Team Galactic. No. Team Galactic is a no. Yes, you got Team Galactic from Pokemon. First thing up here.
All right.
This is, by the way, if you do not listen on the YouTube and you listen to the other stuff, this is a great time to listen on the YouTube because you'll see me searching all this stuff up. I think.
It's not showing.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't register the incognito window. That's weird.
It's probably for privacy purposes.
Wait, unless I minimize this, I might.
Nope, it's not showing up.
Wait. I want people to see.
You could stream your desktop image, I think.
Wait, I think I can switch it. Properties. Can you not?
Quality content right here.
No, I guess you can't do it.
On S-Man's end, it was Balls of Chaos, Hazers, Stars, JJ, Cobalts, Limers, Wisps, Mentees, Rangers, Oceanics, Racers, Rojos, Speeders, Mumble, Prime,
well, you
Swarm.
can't see it, but that's okay. You'll hear it out loud. Team Galactic, you get the Galactic from Pokemon. Next one.
Next one was, shoot, I don't have the list up.
Woof.
I'm sorry.
Me, man.
Marble League.
Pull the Marble League list up. We got to do this. We're doing this, guys. This is how we're ending the show today. Come on, this has got to be interesting. Oh,
we don't know all the
Racers,
names in alphabetical order, S-Man. All right, here we go. Okay. So
Raspberry Racers. First thing, Raspberry Racers.
Right.
Yep. So that's one.
Balls of Chaos.
Balls of Chaos. Are you keeping track?
Yes. So we got Racers is one.
Balls of.
Excuse me.
Wait, you pulled up a list, right?
Yes, I have a list.
Balls of Chaos is not one. We were wrong about Balls of Chaos. There's like
I don't think I said yes
Chaos
to
Balls.
Did I say yes to Balls of Chaos? I don't think I did.
I forget.
I think I skipped.
There were like branded Chaos Balls. If you actually scroll down and look for Balls of Chaos, I don't see any balls. Oh yes, I do. Way down here.
Yeah. All right. Next up, Blackjacks. That's not gonna happen.
Oh, we didn't even consider those. No, only consider the ones from the. Let me just send you the picture.
Yeah, I have it.
The picture that we just went through.
Yeah, I have it.
Do you have this picture?
Yes, I do.
The one that ML20 all teams.
Yes.
You can find it on the wiki.
Okay, so Green Ducks, go. That's like
Green Ducks.
I already know the answer.
Okay, so
to
Balls
this.
of Chaos, nothing. Green Ducks. Green Ducks, no.
Yeah, I figured. Hazers.
Hazers. Hazers, yes.
Wow.
So that's two.
Savage Speeders next. That's gonna be a yes, but we gotta do it anyway.
Yeah, we gotta check. Savage Speeders. That's a yes.
All right, that's 3. Rangers.
Rangers. There's no way it's not. Rangers is not.
Wow. Okay.
Rangers is like the third
Wait,
row.
Did you do the apostrophe?
I did not do the apostrophe. Do you want it? Is it different if the apostrophe's in? Rangers with
More-
the apostrophe is the first one. Do you want to count it?
I would, because that's the official name.
Fine. We'll count it.
So that's 3.
That's 3. No, wait.
4.
That's
4,
4
'cause
because we
Hazers.
had. Okay, keep track. All right. Next one.
Midnight Wisps.
Midnight Wisp. Yeah. Midnight Wisps. Midnight Wisps is a yes.
Okay, that's 5.
Next one.
Thunderbolts. We don't. Do we have to?
We're gonna do it
Okay.
because like if it just happens.
All right.
Thunderbolts. Let's see. Well, I just want to see how far down you have to go. Thunderbolts is a no. To find the Thunderbolts, to find the actual Thunderbolts from JMR, how far down do you have to go? Actually, I didn't check that for Team Galactic, so I will do that in a second. I think we checked for all the other ones that were. I cannot. Thunderbolts all the way. Is this even Thunderbolts JMR? Yes, here, all the way down a bunch of pages. You can find it. For that matter, let me find Team Galactic. Let me see how far down that one is.
That might take you a while.
No. Well, it's not that many pages down. It's like a few rows.
Okay.
It's like 20 rows, 10 rows. All right, next one.
Oceanics.
Wow, this is one I'm really curious about. That is a yes.
Okay,
Good job.
that's 6.
For the Oceanics people who said that. Yep.
Mellow
next one.
Mellow yellow.
Mellow, and I'll spell it correctly.
Mellow and yellow.
I know how to spell it.
Yes. Okay.
Mellow yellow is not one.
Okay.
Mellow yellow's on the first row, but not the first picture.
Okay. Chocolatiers is next.
All right. Oh, I like this one. So right now, we have not surpassed You Are Miwaf, and we're on incognito.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Chocolatiers. I spelled it right. Images. It is not there. It is third row. Chocolatiers is third row.
What was the first thing that showed up? I'm curious.
Just some chocolate chef doing chocolate things.
So I was okay. So, all right, next is Pinkies.
This is a way long episode, but this is awesome.
Yeah.
Right. Pinkies is not the first one. It's in the second row.
Better than I expected.
All right.
All right, Indigo Stars.
Indigo Stars. I'm really curious about this one. Indigo Stars is first.
Whoa.
Good job.
Wow.
To that. I can't believe
That's
that.
7.
Why am I saying good job? I'm so
that's weird.
Complimenting the
We
team.
already took Balls of Chaos.
It's just great. I just don't know what to say. It's awesome. Okay, what is the next?
Jungle Jumpers, because we already did Balls of Chaos.
Jungle Jumpers. Jungle Jumpers is first.
That's 8.
That's 8.
I have one more slot left before I get counted out of this. All right,
Yeah.
Crazy Cat's Eyes.
Oh, this is one you said no to.
And I think Cat's Eyes has an apostrophe for cats.
It is first, even without the apostrophe.
Okay, so that's 9. So already, so Snowballs. At least this one's safe. I don't think we're pretty safe on this one.
Dude, I'm definitely typing in. If Snowballs shows up,
I'm
that's
done.
gonna be so funny. Snowballs does not show up. How far down do you have to go? You got Snowballs, and then you also got those like Snowball treats, which are like Tasty Cake or whatever. How far do you have to go for Snowballs? Probably a long way.
Oh, probably a long way.
Wait, was that? Oh no, you don't have to go that far down. It's like 20 rows maybe.
All right. Team Momo. Oh boy, already lost.
I don't think this is one. Yep, Team Momo's right there, first up.
All right, so that's 10.
That's 10.
Dang.
What's next?
Hornets.
Hornets is not.
Right. Team Primary.
No, it's definitely not. How far do I have to go down for Hornets? Charlotte Hornets come up first. I think that's the best.
Hornets hasn't even qualified. It's like there's no way they're popular.
Oh, you have to go down a lot. I have not found the Hornets yet.
Yes. Yeah. Like, was the question even like only specifically of the
nothing. You can't even find the Hornets by typing in Hornets.
All right, Team Primary.
All right. Team. I'm interested in this one. Team Primary is first.
That's 11.
All right.
Minty Maniacs.
Oh, this has got to be first. If the other ones were first, this is first.
Yeah.
Minty Maniacs is first. It's 12, so I'm at my limit.
All right, and now Rojo Rollers.
Will the Rojo Rollers come up first? I think they will. They do. 13.
All right, Jawbreakers. Not gonna happen.
I'll be very surprised. Jawbreakers do not come up first. How far do you have to go? Not that far. A bunch of rows, but yeah.
All
right. What's next?
Bumblebees.
Bumblebees.
You will either get actual Bumblebees or Bumblebee the Transformer.
Well, no. If you have to type Bumblebee for that, probably. No, nothing. And I don't even think you're gonna find it scrolling down for a while because it's just not happening. Yeah, I don't see it anywhere.
All right, Shining Swarm.
Okay, this is one I think is gonna show up. Yep, first for Shining
14.
Swarm.
Now
that's 14. All right,
Cobalt.
Westman be right with 16.
Cobalts with a K.
Oh, that's Wait, does Cobalt in real life start with a K?
The tools do. Or no, sorry,
Cobalt's is first.
What, really?
Cobalt's is first, I guess with the S. It doesn't recognize the tool.
I'm actually Cobalt with a K is the tool. It's Cobalt with a C is the element. So yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. Okay. I should have voted that
Wow,
one. Then I
okay.
forgot that Cobalt. Okay.
Turtles.
So that's 15.
Now turtle sliders. This one will be very surprising.
Turtle Sliders is not first. It's
Yeah.
first in the searches, but not in the picture. So that's 15 still, right?
Yep, and then the last one is the limers.
All right, so this is it. This is S-Man said 16. It is down to the limers to decide whether S-Man will be right or not. Oh, no, it's not happening.
That's 50.
No, it is!
What?
It's not first in the searches, but it's first in the pictures. And S-Man is correct with 16. That is incredible.
On incognito mode, you've been proven correct.
Yeah, you've been proven correct there. Wait, did we do Shining Swarm?
Yeah, we did.
I don't remember, because I have one more tab.
Oh, type it in then, I guess.
I don't think we did Shining Swarm. So wait. Oh, no, we did do Shining Swarm, I remember. Okay, yeah, so that's it, guys. We're going to end the episode there. Play the trivia music, bring us back real quick.
All right.
That was the trivia segment. Now let's head back to the show. The show. Oh.
All right, good. We're back. We're going to end the episode here. That was great. I know we went over. We'll talk about NASMARB next week. Maybe we'll even start with NASMARB. I don't know, but I just had a lot of fun with that. I love that little tangent to see where it comes up in Google. 16 Marble League teams will come up first on pictures if you type them in, and it's give or take. It's about 16 that come up first on searches. Some of them will come up on the searches, but not first on pictures. Some of them will come up first in pictures, not first on searches. So you figure it all out. It's about 16. That's crazy. It's awesome. And I really enjoyed that question. That really got me thinking, and then really got me into that just to kind of search up and see. I was curious, So I hope you guys enjoyed that little extension there to talk about that.
Longest trivia question ever? Question mark? Probably.
Yeah, but without further ado, guys, we're going to end this episode. Waf, take us out, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
All right. Roll on, Marble Sports fans.